Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. With today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the Daboia knife that is produced by Kevin John of China. The Daboia knife is an interesting knife. I believe it's a first kind of unique design from Kevin John, and this particular run was produced for a custom knife factory. And I believe the two had or potentially have a relationship as far as the CNCing of their machine parts go. But anyway, so Daboia, that's the genus name for the Russell's viper, which is a very prominent viper in Southeast Asia, potentially one of the deadliest snakes in the world. So kind of a fitting name for a tactical knife. Now, I believe this is actually a special run of essentially Kevin John's Venom 2 knife. The Venom 2 shares the exact same features aside from the fact that it also came with a stonewash finish on the blade, and then it says Venom 2 and kind of a relatively unattractive billboard on the side of the knife. So I think what they did is they did a special run for Custom Knife Factory. And I'm not sure that we're going to be seeing any of these again. So if you want one, secondary market or AliExpress, ordering the Venom 2. I've never ordered from them. I don't know if it's safe or how long it takes or any of those things. But anyways, it ships with the Custom Knife Factory pouch and a little cloth thing. But let's get into the specs. I'll do one quick size comparison, and then I will talk about the specifics of the knife. So anyways, blade length is about 3.75 inches. It is an S35 VN blade. And the handle length is about 4.8 inches, giving us a total length of about 8.5. The weight on my scale was 5.5 ounces, as opposed to the 5.3 that the manufacturer noted. But it is a titanium frame lock flipper, again S35 VN. You've got carbon fiber, and this is a rather unique knife in that it has tritium vials, both here in this blade stop of sorts and then on the pocket clip. And tritium vials, unlike moon glow and other things, they don't need to be charged to glow. They just always glow, and you'll probably not get a taste of that here on my camera with the very bright lighting that I have for shooting. So anyways, if you Google the knife, I'm sure you'll find some pictures of low light shots and so forth. But anyways, overall impressions, it's a really well made knife. I was actually surprised at how good it is. It does use ceramic detent, ceramic bearings, so the action is very smooth. Just falls under its own weight. Flipping action is really good. It has a nice strong detent. So if you're someone that likes strong detents, this is the knife for you. Works well in the press down or the push button method, and I can flip it with kind of all 5 fingers. So anyways, if you can do a thumb flip, it flips pretty dang well. But yeah, it's a really well made knife. Machining is excellent. Great fit and finish, great flipping. Everything is pretty much keyed in. A few things I can complain about, but there always are. So let's get into the specifics on the knife. Now again, real quick, this is a Kevin John knife. I've never bought a knockoff. I don't think I ever will, but this is a unique design. It obviously carries influence of other knives, but it's not a knockoff knife, so I have no problem really kind of putting my dollies behind it or voting with my wallet. So if this knife sells as well as it did, and these are all sold out everywhere, even the blems that From Rush with Knives offered, then there's no reason for companies to continue to produce knockoffs. But anyways, that's just kind of my thing. I'm only interested in the final product, the fit and the finish, the design. Those are the things that concern me. I really don't care where stuff is made. So I have no problem saying that it's a good knife. And everyone that has gotten one thus far has been really happy with the knife. So if you're okay with, the knife coming from China, then I think you're really going to like it. But anyways, let's get into the blade here. It is a kind of a spanto grind with a swedge. You do have a hollow grind here on the main cutting portion. You have a flat grind here on the tip. Really attractive swedge, kind of a partial fuller here that has an interesting kind of heavy, kind of, I don't know, almost like a raw finish. I'm not sure if that's media, but assuming it is, they would have had to use something really heavy to achieve that look. So really interesting kind of tri-finish here. You've got a really nice kind of high belt satin on the flats. Then obviously you have a satin finish on the hollow grind and then on the swedge. Cutting edge is nice and sharp even on both sides. Just a well-finished blade. And S35 VN is, of course, an excellent steel. All the new ZT offerings are using it, but it seems to be kind of a favorite worldwide at this point. There is a run of kind of low traction jimping here at the top of the knife. Doesn't really do much, but it does kind of give you an indicator as to where to put your thumb, I suppose, if you need to do detail work. And then there are these, they're kind of like blade stops here on the blade. These are not thumb studs; they will not work. Yeah, I'm not going to cut myself, but they don't work to open the knife. They do nestle into the top of the titanium frame here. But the knife also has these internal stop pins attached to the blade and then an internal track to stop the blade. So I think these are almost kind of like backup or secondary stops. They could just be aesthetic. I'm not sure if they have any real functional value. But anyways, and then obviously one of the gems of this knife is the tritium vial here that is nestled into this blade stop as well as the pocket clip. So anyways, real quick before I forget that size comparison, here's my ZT 801, and the Daboia is just slightly longer. Yeah, just ever so slightly longer than the ZT 801. The thickness, pretty close, relatively the same. But yeah, that was a quick size comparison. We'll leave it there. All right, moving on to the handle. So we do have a kind of a textured or, I don't know, potentially milled carbon fiber overlay on this side of the knife. There's a few sharp edges on it, but you know, little sandpaper, you can always finish those off. Held in place by a few darkened screws, and then the bottom here, they left these interesting machining marks, and it kind of flares out a little bit. So it gives you a little more purchase on the back of the knife. So it's an interesting piece. I've never seen carbon fiber finished this way before. I mean, they could have used G10 and it would have been all the same to me. It would have achieved the same look and the same finish. You kind of have to get up close to see that it is in fact carbon fiber. But you know, if it's the choice between G10 or carbon fiber, which is a more premium material, it's cool that they use the carbon fiber. So anyways, that's the show side. The pivot is hidden on this side. But it does appear on the lock side. So it's kind of this interesting raised pivot, has this blackened finish. Not sure what the finish is, potentially PVD again, as with the PVD bladed version that they have. But the machining on the lock side is really well done. As you can see, it's been chamfered for comfort, also visual complexity. But I think the lock side is just really nicely machined. It has a really cool protrusion here at the top, and the stainless steel lock insert there, the top of it will hit the frame and prevent it from hyperextending or over traveling. So I like that take. I think that's a really interesting over travel stop. Pocket clip, really nice. It functions very well. Might catch a little bit on the pocket pulling it out, but again, it's really nicely machined. Has one screw as a contact point, very solid. Great retention, so nice pocket clip. Just excellent fit and finish. Really cool back spacer, really minimal gaps. It's raised a little bit with a little bit of traction here, so again, it gives you a fairly good traction on the knife. I mean, this side is relatively smooth, but between this aspect here and then the back spacer and then all the texturing here on the carbon fiber, you have plenty of grip and it's relatively ergonomic. It kind of has a thin profile throughout while being curved, so it fits in the hand fairly well. Maybe a few hot spots right there. Maybe you get a little bit of hot spot here on the bottom if you're really white knuckling it, but overall not bad. I'd certainly forgive the hot spots for the excellent fit and finish. Something of a kind of a lanyard protrusion here at the butt of the knife. I believe that is part of the backspacer, but you know, again, a really nice take on a lanyard hull. It's not ugly. It doesn't put a hole in the frame. It just looks cool. So anyways, flipping action is really good. Fit and finish is excellent. I think the knife has, you know, really has a lot going for it. And I hope that Kevin John will, you know, embrace more original designs. I mean, again, the knives sold out. I'm guessing, I don't know, that it's probably sold better than all their knockoffs. So I hope that they, you know, they continue to produce their own designs. They do something unique, and they maintain this level of fit and finish because it's excellent. So everyone who has handled this particular example has really liked the knife and agreed that the fit and finish were fantastic. But just a really well executed knife. And I forgot to mention, this one is on loan from Patrick. I'll put his Instagram link below if you guys want to check him out. He has some cool knives. But anyways, thanks so much for for loaning me another knife. They're getting quite expensive to purchase for reviews at this point as I lose my voice. But anyways, as far as the kind of the weaknesses in the design, one of my pet peeves has always been putting jimping behind the flipper tab, because as you flip, your finger can run into that and it can make it quite uncomfortable. So that's something that I hated on the 560, and the reason that I bought and sold it twice and haven't acquired a third one. But you know, if you light switch it, it's not a problem. If you do the push down method, you'll feel it a little bit more. So that's one of the, I think one of the weaknesses in the design. What's the other? I thought I had another something to complain about. Oh, just the flipper tab. It's nicely contoured, but again, I always like a little bit of grip on my flipper tabs, just because sometimes with a strong D10, it's easy to slide off it. This one isn't too bad because of the shape, and I like that they did kind of this cutout in the flipper tab. It makes it look like a kind of a hammer on a gun, or some of the guns. But yeah, overall, really good fit and finish. Again, I would definitely be interested in checking out more kind of original designs from them that are not knockoffs, that have the same level of fit and finish, because you know, for the price point, you're getting a lot of bang for the buck here, without question. So anyways, I guess that's pretty much it. You know, if you have any comments or questions and they are useful and pertinent, feel free to post in the comments section below. If you're just going to bash on where the knife is made, I am not interested in those types of comments. But if you want to talk about the design, the features, how it could be better, what you'd like to see next, I think that's all relevant and worthwhile discussion. So again, if you want one of these, check out the secondary market, or if you're brave, you can order from AliExpress and get one of the Venom 2 models. But yeah, really nice tolerances. Everything's well done. So anyways, I might pick up one of these down the line. So many knives, so finite amount of money. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you gave you a little insight as to whether or not you want to hunt one of these down. But I have a lot more videos that I need to get done, so keep your eyes peeled. There should be more coming soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.